Hello, lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. And today we are going to be reacting to the Queen's Legacy, which is Peak Queen's Legacy SSD Delayed Domination 2021 entry. For those of you who don't know, I have actually been in this Delayed Domination Dressage video. I am in it. I am actually a featured person in this, and I'm super excited to share with you my thoughts on our video, my thoughts on being in Pink Queen's Legacy's Delayed Domination comp video as a fill for Legacy. And also, just fair warning, I do have a fan going on. It is super hot at my house right now, so I am trying to make sure that I am not overheating. So yeah, so this first round, I'm just going to be reacting to it overall. Then I might play it 1 to 2 more times, depending on what I feel like, and I will go more into my part and more into the parts around me. Oh my gosh, you guys have no idea how excited I am about this. Ah, delayed domination here. Okay, Pink Queen's Legacy, the elite pink club I've heard stories of far and wide. I really made it in, didn't I? Rolling my shoulders, I enter the arena with as much poise as I could muster. I watched the queens turn away and begin with a simple yet breathtaking section, something I always admired about them. So starting out here, let me just say this. This show, or like this I say show because that's what I'm used to saying in my past, but this dressage routine is featuring Pink Queen's Legacy and what Pink Queen's Legacy does. So this story is about us. There is a mentee and a mentor, which is part of our mentor-mentee program. When you come in as a trial or a scholar, you get to have a mentor, and they help you through the process of the 3-week trial or process of being a scholar, and help you learn all that you can, and hopefully at the end you'll be a Pink Queen. And this is kind of our story. It has featured moves that only our club does, like the Bambi and all that. I do the Bambi in this move in the routine. So I am actually the mentor that is working with the mentee, which is actually my past mentor Flaw. So our roles are reversed, and I love it. This routine is close to my heart, and it was just amazing to do it with Flaw. I will go more in depth after we watch it the first time, but I will go way more in depth about everything that it has. My mentor emerges, greeting me playfully before leading me away with an unbelievable grace. I follow her instructions, mirroring the elegant moves she trots. As we stop, I watch with rapt attention as they surrounded us and showcase the product of their blood, sweat, and tears. That is what I strive to be. With newfound inspiration, I know I can follow in their footsteps. This is literally what we all feel. Oh my gosh. As our lessons continue, the fire burning in me only grows as I watch the queens, the complexity in their movements evident. They almost looked untouchable. Although I may not have reached my goal just yet, my mentor encourages the show what I've to show I sorry that I show what I've learned to not hide the results of my diligent practicing. And with a deep breath, I dance with her. I let myself free as I execute the moves I worked so hard to perfect. My fingers clutched around the reins elegantly as I remembered how the queens held themselves with such confidence, and before I know it, it's over. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. With bated breath, I watch as my mentor approaches me and gives me their signature bow, welcoming me. She leads me, sorry. She leads me into the line, standing side by side. We are one. My heart feels full as I'm crowned with a final bow. I am a queen, and this is my legacy. So this is actually like exactly what happened to me. And like how far I've come in the club, and like how important this club has been to me. Sorry. I promised I would not cry. I wasn't a channel that cries, but now I'm getting emotional. The Queen's Legacy. So this is the routine that embodies what we do. We start out with Flaw, and she's the mentee, and she comes in, and she's kind of like, oh my gosh, I'm trying out, I'm a trial, and these are the queens. This is so amazing. You guys have no idea. And that's me! And I'm Flaw's mentor. Oh wow. It's actually like overall, I think that this is like one of the best routines that I've ever seen us do. It's pretty amazing. This is her watching as the other queens are around us, and she's like, wow, like this is so cool. And then this is us continuing our moves. This was so hard to do. You guys have no idea. It looks so, I'm sorry, this looks amazing. Um, I can't tell you how hard this, not this next move, but the move after this was. It was one of the hardest moves that I have probably ever done on a go time that was so different and trying to find our lines. We ended up doing a tapping turn around certain markers in order to pass each other in Infinity Wave. But and then at some point we do a trot Infinity Wave, which I think is coming up pretty soon. Wow. The queens look so good. And here we go. I'm sorry, I can't stop looking at us. And the queens are continuing on around us. I will say this, I'm so happy to see that we used so much of the arena while also showcasing so much. I love how the focal point's here, but we're also doing very interesting things on the side. This comb alignment was so hard to do across the arena, but we ended up doing it, and it looks really good. Me chanting to myself, don't move, don't move, don't move, don't move. This was also super hard to do to find comb alignment, but for some reason we always did at some points. And I will say that this is the part where I kind of mess up a little bit. My backup was supposed to be immediate, and I actually ended up lagging a little bit right there, but I ended up covering it pretty well, I think. But that's, I think, the biggest mistake that I had. We're a little bit off in our alignment right here in our gaps, but they fixed it pretty well, and I was really happy to see them fix it so fast. This is one of my favorite moves. I love how we're like interchanging and kind of joining the lines and going out of the lines, and you see that a lot throughout this routine. And I love that because it shows like how we spend time with our mentors, but we also spend a lot of time in line practicing with the other queens, because it's not only our mentors that we are with, we're also with the whole entire PQL. So this move actually we just started doing in a different way because we almost ran into this line every single time when we tried to do a teardrop, but we ended up making it work. The ambassador looks pretty good. I really like how once again we kind of like went into their line and then came out. This routine's amazing, and it just looks so good. It looks so good. Oh my gosh, the big moves are coming. I love this build up. Us using the whole arena. This is something that I don't really see a lot of dressage routines do. Using so much, doing so much, but also making it as elegant as possible and as perfected as possible, which we honestly do a really good job of doing. This is the Bambi. This is a move that only our club does and we created. It's actually a kind of difficult move, if I do say so myself. Everything has to be like on point, and it was, and it looks really, really good. And this is the end of the Bambi right here. So good. Looks so amazing. This is honestly my favorite routine that I've ever seen us do. Okay. Let me just go on a rant for a second, guys. This part right here. When like, okay, so something that you guys don't know is that Flaw is actually calling me and Bambi's calling the rest of this line. So we had two commanders and Bambi's actually muted completely. I cannot hear Bambi. But on this next part, we actually join line and I'm supposed to bow, put on horseshoes, trot into Flaw and ignore, go over here, find my spot, unmute Bambi so I can hear her, get into line, and then type Bambi's name, have her highlighted so I can unignore her. We start Crown, which is another move that only we do. And we unignore, and then we do Crown, and then at the end I have to bow, and then ignore Bambi again. I never want to do that again. I will if I have to, but let me just say this. I had the hardest time, and I don't envy Flaw either, because Flaw has somebody else in her ear as she's calling our moves, and she's hearing the other moves, and also she has to do a complete outfit change here, because this is the part where the mentee becomes a queen, and she doesn't need her mentor anymore, and we kind of all join line, and we're all pink queens. So yeah. Me freaking out internally. Flaw changing outfit. She's becoming a PQL. This is actually really good. These guys, okay, so these actually on either side were supposed to ignore at the same time. They didn't. Those first two didn't, but these guys do ignore at the same time, I'm pretty sure. So it almost looks like we meant to do that, even though we didn't, but it almost kind of worked out. So yeah, that's what you guys were supposed to see the first two times. We are all over here ignored from Bambi as she's videoing, and Flaw's just kind of like, where are my queens? What's going on? And then she ends up joining us, and we are all queens. And we do Crown. And here we go. We unignore right here. That's me, right here. Behind Napkin or Pickles. One of them is in front of me, but I think it's Napkin this time. Crown is there's like 3 goes. There's four goes technically. There's a go to unignore Bambi. There's the first go for the inside to do a curl. There's a third go for the outside to do a curl, and then there's a fourth go for us to do a bear. That's me right here. Bow set. And now we're all queens. Ah! Oh my gosh! It was so good. Okay. Wow. That was amazing. The Queen's Legacy was designed to showcase who we are as a club and to tell the story of our legacy. This routine has aspects of the club itself, moves from our own elite dictionary, and parts from previous competition routines. We chose this competition to tell our own story because of the theme of growing beginner to elite. We felt this was a perfect way to tell our story as Mars and I started this club with little knowledge or experience, but over time we worked our way to where we are now, an elite dressage club. The princess being mentored to become a queen is from our very own mentorship program within PQL, where new trials and scholars have a queen mentor help guide them through their process of becoming an official queen and becoming one up with the club. That's from Bambi. Throughout this routine, the audience will notice certain aspects from previous routines, such as the infinity from Red String of Fate, the shapes from the Emperor's Dancers, and more. Within this routine, we incorporated moves from our very own elite dictionary, such as Bambi, Ambassador, and finishing the routine with Crown. This routine was very special to us, and we enjoyed being able to tell our story. Bambi, pretty love. Bambi. Bambi. Special thank you to the Legacy team for making our story come alive. And then it ends with, this is our legacy. Okay, so now I'm going to get a little bit more technical and go over mistakes and kind of go over the outside. I know I focused a lot on us, but I know what mistakes I did. I have not watched the outside as much as I have watched me. And so we're going to watch the rest of it. I'm probably going to skip through this part, though, and we're going to go to the actual routine. Okay. This routine is actually one of the best ones that I've ever seen us do, I'll be honest. Yes, there's little mistakes, but compared to everything that we did, compared to what I've seen, and compared to everything that I saw us do in this routine, I don't think that anybody could do this. And I'm just being completely honest. I don't think anybody could do what we do. Because it's just so, I mean, who does 2 commanders at one time and do like so much stuff? Like there's so much stuff in this routine and it flows all together. Like I don't think that any other club could do that. And you know, if somebody wants to argue with me about that, that's completely fine. You're entitled to your opinion, but this is an amazing routine. Right off the bat, this person right here did miss their go. They're a little bit late, which made them late into line, and then they immediately fix it, and then the lines become straight. So that's the first thing I noticed. L corners there are pretty good. We don't use J corners, which is like the rounded corners. We use L corners, which are box C. Right here, I tap in a little bit because I was wrong on the line that I was on. Everything looks pretty good over here. I fixed it pretty well. Everything looks perfect. This is supposed to go from beginner to elite, and I think that we do that pretty well. Us kind of acknowledging the line here, I love. We don't merge at all. It looks really good. This back up there looks really, really good. Reverse bear wave. This looks really good. The line's really straight. I think the gaps look really good on both sides. Go timing there was perfection. Coma alignment's pretty good. This person fixed it immediately. It was kind of noticeable at the beginning. Good fix on this person's part. They were a little bit off, but they fixed it immediately. You almost couldn't notice. It was still on time with everything that we were doing. They were just a line off. I love how we kind of joined their lines. This was a little bit funky right here on this side, but they found their line pretty well. This person is a little bit close. This person needs to be over a little bit is the problem, I think, and that's why they cantered up. Yeah, this gap needs to close a little bit, which is making this person really close to that person, and so on. They fixed it. See what I mean? Like, the fact that they fix things so flippin' fast is just amazing to me. We fix things so fast, and let me tell you, comp team is so flippin' stressful. I'm just gonna say it. Comp team is so stressful, and the fact that we fix things so fast, and I've learned how to be that fixer, like, immediately I fix things. Like, when I had this problem, I knew that I shouldn't, like, do anything crazy. I just turned and backed up real fast. This person's a little bit behind, but they fixed it right there. Yep. Little bit of loping there because they needed to fix their lines. It was immediately fixed. I really like that. Love this move. Looks so beautiful, so technical. I love how they immediately rejoin. Like, who does that? Who immediately, like, rejoins? That's not too bad. Fix your line right there. Good job. We fixed our comb alignment when I came out, which is a pretty good job. Pretty good on gaps. Me fixing that immediately, it was almost not noticeable if you're not paying attention to us. I just stopped a little bit later than flaw, is what it looks like. This got a little bit funky with the gaps, but they fixed it pretty good. I think it's also because we're on a curved angle from seeing things right there. This looks super cool. I'm sorry. It looks like we're joining their lines. It looks like we're joining their lines, and I love it. Which to me is just another way of showing what we do. All-time favorite routine right here. I want to be part of Legacy Team so bad because I'm just a fill. Well, I was just a fill, but it was such an honor. I can't tell you guys how amazing it was and how fun it was. I have a behind-the-scenes video coming soon. Okay, this ambassador looks pretty good. Yeah, looks pretty good to me. Little bit late over here, but other than that, they're also a little bit off because they have to fix their lines, but they were really smart and waited until this turn to fix their gaps. Ugh, I love this. I love this. They're so on point with each other. Me and Flaw over here finding our little places. Look at me go, look at me go. They merged a little bit, but it wasn't that noticeable. I didn't notice it the first time I watched it through. I was always scared when we did this fate that I was going to hit them, but we didn't. We never did. They got there a little bit earlier than them, but they found their lines pretty good, and this person made a really smart decision in immediately turning in. This Bambi is, like, amazing. This Bambi is just an amazing move. I mean, look at this. Look at us go. Credit where credit's due. That looked awesome. And can I just say, the fact that I did crowns so good on this routine when I messed up crowns so many times. At one point, Bambi was like, not Marina, Zora, we have to fix this. These are looking so pretty. It's giving us a moment to observe the mentor-mentee exchange, them turn into a pink queen, and then allows them to come in and enter and kind of give their due process to congratulate Flaw. Yeah, that was late on both sides, but they actually did it on like both, so it looks like we're supposed to do that, which honestly, good job. When you make mistakes look like they're on purpose, that's what you want to do. Boop. Flaw, okay, can I just say something? When Flaw did this move, she'd go da-da, 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 da-da. She'd do a shark sound, and we were all like, ah! It was so cute. We had to find comb alignment with her before we unignore. So the fact that we find comb alignment when Bambi can't see us, and Bambi just calls it, and we just have it, is amazing. Napkin was a little bit early, or Pickles. Whoever was the first in front of me was a little bit early. But it's okay, because the rest of us were on time. I always felt like we merged in that, but I don't think that we did. That looks flippin' amazing. The bear. I do go a little bit early here, but I'm still kind of trotting, and then I walk. Which is, I had to find that line. I kept running into Napkin. This is amazing. And here we go back up. And boop. Oh my gosh, that's so amazing. We did so amazing. I don't care what place we get, but I hope that we get a good placing. But I don't care what place we get because that was hands down one of the best routines I've ever seen anybody do. And I've seen all of them so far, just so everybody's aware. Yeah, PQL, great job. Congratulations, Legacy Team. I cannot wait to join Legacy Team. Congratulations to Bambi and Mars. Amazing. We showcased what we do, and this club is an amazing thing, and I love that we showed that and that we showcased how amazing that we are and how amazing the club is and how great it is to be a part of the club. So yeah, for those of you wanting to join PQL, I highly suggest watching this. And that's all I have for today, lovelies. Oh, I did want to go over real quick. I wanted to show you guys something because I'm like, fangirling over. Okay, I'm super excited. This is the picture for the video, and that's me! And that's Flaw. But that's me! Oh my gosh. I can't even. It's amazing to be part of that duet, but yeah. Yeah, I loved it. So I will talk to you later, lovelies. Bye.